Plant FAQs, Pieris Mountain Fire. Pieris Mountain Fire versus Forest Flame. I've found that Pieris Mountain Fire adds a vibrant splash of red to my garden that stands out beautifully against the winter landscape, while Forest Flame has a more subdued, elegant green to red transition that feels more understated and refined. Here's a guide on how to plant your Pieris Mountain Fire and ensure it thrives in your landscape. Timing. The best time to plant Pieris Mountain Fire is in late fall or early spring. This allows the plant to establish its root system before the hot summer months. Location. Sunlight. Pieris Mountain Fire prefers full sun to part shade. Full sun. Ideal for most climates, promoting good growth and vibrant foliage color. Part shade. Can be beneficial in very hot climates with scorching afternoon sun, helping to prevent leaf scorch. Soil. Pieris Mountain Fire prefers moist, well-drained, acidic soil. Here's how to check and amend your soil. Soil pH. Test your soil's pH level using a soil test kit. Ideally, the pH should be between 4.5 and 6.0 for Pieris. If your soil is not acidic enough, you can amend it with peat moss, composted pine needles, or other organic matter that will help lower the pH. Planting. Dig a hole. Dig a hole that is 2 to 3 times wider and deeper than the root ball of your Pieris Mountain Fire. Loosen the soil. Loosen the soil around the edges of the hole to encourage root growth. Amend the soil. If necessary, if your soil is not acidic or well-drained enough, mix some compost, peat moss, or other organic matter into the soil you dug out of the hole. Position the plant. Carefully remove the plant from its container and gently place it in the center of the hole. Ensure the root crown, the area where the stem meets the roots, sits slightly above the surrounding soil level. Backfill the hole. Fill the hole back in with the amended soil mixture, gently tamping it down to remove air pockets. Water thoroughly. Water the plant deeply to settle the soil around the roots and ensure proper hydration. Aftercare. Watering. Water your Pieris Mountain Fire regularly, especially during the first growing season and during hot, dry spells. The soil should be consistently moist, but not soggy. Here's a simple way to check moisture. Stick your finger into the top inch of soil. If it feels dry to the touch, it's time to water. Mulching. Apply a layer of mulch, around 2 to 3 inches deep, around the base of the plant to retain moisture, regulate soil temperature, suppress weeds, and protect the roots from extreme temperatures. Use mulch like shredded bark, pine needles, or wood chips. Fertilizing. You may not need to fertilize frequently, especially if your soil is rich in nutrients. However, a balanced fertilizer formulated for acid-loving plants applied in early spring can be beneficial. Follow the package instructions for dosage and application. Pruning. Routine pruning is not necessary, but can be done to maintain size and shape or remove dead, diseased, or damaged branches. Prune lightly after flowering has finished, using sharp, sterilized pruning shears. Additional tips. Pieris Mountain Fire is generally deer and rabbit resistant. Watch out for common garden pests like aphids, scales, or lace bugs. Insecticidal soap or neem oil solution can be used for control if needed. Enjoy the beautiful red and green foliage of your Pieris Mountain Fire throughout the year. How to prune Pieris Mountain Fire plant. Prune Pieris Mountain Fire lightly after flowering to shape the plant and remove any dead or damaged branches. Avoid heavy pruning, as this can affect next year's blooms. Trim back unruly growth to maintain a compact shape. Is Mountain Fire Pieris deer resistant? Mountain Fire Pieris is generally considered deer resistant due to its toxicity and unpalatable foliage. However, hungry deer may still nibble on it, especially during periods of food scarcity. Is Mountain Fire Pieris evergreen? Yes, Mountain Fire Pieris is evergreen, meaning it retains its foliage throughout the year, providing year-round interest in the garden. How tall does Japanese Pieris Mountain Fire get? Japanese Pieris Mountain Fire typically grows to a height of 4 to 6 feet and spreads about 3 to 5 feet wide at maturity. Is Pieris japonica Mountain Fire poisonous? Yes, Pieris japonica, including the Mountain Fire cultivar, contains toxic compounds that can be harmful if ingested. Keep it away from children and pets. What plants look good with Pieris Mountain Fire? Pieris Mountain Fire pairs well with other acid-loving plants such as azaleas, rhododendrons, camellias, and hydrangeas. It also complements plants with contrasting foliage colors and textures. When to prune Pieris Mountain Fire. Prune Pieris Mountain Fire lightly after flowering in late spring or early summer. This timing allows the plant to develop new growth and set flower buds for the following year. Where can I buy Pieris Mountain Fire in my area? You can buy Pieris Mountain Fire at local nurseries, garden centers, or online plant retailers. Check with nurseries in your area or search online for availability.